on your neck. Talking the talk with Kate and Jim, and walking the walk, just listening. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim, I'm gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Keeps a positive spin while Kate's doing the Mickey hazard name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing, or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim, I'm gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just the perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jimbo always keeps a positive spin while Kate's doing the Mickey hazard name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing, or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jim always keeps a positive spin while Kate's doing the Mickey hazard name dropping. Gets you out of the blue and let you stop rubbing, or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Always keeps a positive spin while Kate's doing the Mickey hazard name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing, or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping.
Welcome back to the Perfect Match with Kate and Jimbo. It is Bank Holiday Monday, the 25th of August. I don't know for sure, but I think this is the last bank holiday before Christmas. Is that right? I don't think we have any more. This is the last late summer bank holiday. I hope so. It's bloody hot again. I can't cope with this heat. I wish it would just turn. I want autumn to arrive. But it's been a fantastic weekend of football with Tottenham dismantling everything. Man City 2-0 at the Etihad today. On Saturday. So we will be looking back at that game, giving our player reviews, also be talking a little bit about a little tiny bit of transfer news that's broken today. But Jimbo, happy bank holiday. How are you?
Happy bank holiday. I'm excellent. You know, I put all your lot in the mud. Yeah, again. Told you clean sheet. Said 3-0. It should have been 3-0, but 2-0, I'll take it. You'll laugh at me and mock me when I said we keep a clean sheet.
I did. I actually did. I didn't think there was any way on this planet we would keep a clean sheet.
You're not the only one. People in the chat as well. Not mainly, not in here so much, but in the pump up, they was all laughing at me, telling me I'm on drugs. What's he smoking?
And you were so nearly right, Jimbo. But 2-0, what a lovely, lovely scoreline that was. Please do smash a like as you come in. It does help the channel. We're trying desperately to get up to 2,500 subscribers. So please do smash a like when you come in. We've got Matt saying happy bank holiday Monday. I had no idea it was even bank holiday till Jim told me, because it's normally around the 30th. But of course, it's the 1st of September next week where the kids go back to school and normality resumes. And then we've got the excitement of bonfire night, Halloween, cozying up in the warm without the need for fans everywhere. Oh, bliss. I cannot wait. Shalom to you, Tyler. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Shemtan is here saying afternoon, Princess Kate. Said Jimbo, hope you're well and enjoying your bank holiday. We are good, thank you. Hope you and Mum are doing well. Send her our love as always. Brian Maguire's here, said, Kate, I loved your Arsenal coming second. I was laughing my head off. Yeah, Jimbo must have watched that clip. I don't even know how many times you've watched that clip, Jim.
It just made me laugh so much, the way they just didn't know what to do. I get the best thing about it was they was all gobbing, right, and you just sat there all calm. You didn't have nothing on your face to say you're going to go back at them. You just sat there calm, and then hit them with that. It was hilarious.
I know people were going, have a go back, Auntie. And I thought, no, I'm just going to let them finish and then I'm going to drop the mic. Big up to you, Graham. Hope you're well and the missus are well. Lovely to see you. Afternoon, Colin X says, afternoon, both from sunny Wales. And a perfect weekend for Spurs and Cardiff, top of their leagues. I hope that sounded like quite good to me. But big up, Drew la. Good to see my lovely. Hope you are well. Shem says, my brother and his girlfriend came and took mum to Kew Gardens. So hopefully she's having a great time. How lovely. They've got the weather for it, that's for sure. Big up, Luke Skywalker. Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. A little bit of transfer news broke today, Jimbo, about this guy, Hincapié. I'm not quite sure how you say his name. He's a versatile, technical, left-sided defender who can play on the outside of a back three or even as a wing-back. One of the cornerstones of the 23-24 team that went unbeaten in the Bundesliga, also winning the DFB Pokal and reaching the final of the Europa League. He's got a 60 million euro release clause. Tottenham have apparently contacted Leverkusen with a new proposal, loan deal with obligation to buy around 60 million euros, the same value as the release clause, but to be paid from 2026. Hincapié wants to leave via Leverkusen, and Tottenham are currently discussing personal terms. That's from Fabrizio Romano.
Who's that for, Kate?
What?
Who's that for?
Hincapié. We've been talking about him all morning.
Yeah, but who's talking personal terms?
Tottenham with the guy. Apparently. Yeah. However, there is interest as well from Arsenal. There's interest as well from Chelsea. So I'm not holding out much hope, but we shall see. It would be good, although we need a 10 and a winger. I think this guy, if he comes available and there's any chance we could get him, we should go for it. I mean, Jimbo, it's difficult to get too excited after what happened last week. But, I mean, what are your thoughts?
I refuse to get excited about any all right, Colin. I feel like I can't get excited about any transfers after what's happened, Kate. If they happen, they happen. If they don't, they don't. I still get behind the team and believe that we're going to win everything going if we get signings in or not. But let's see. They've left it late, and and look. Let's be honest. The majority of signings are done this week. There's more signings done this week than there is through the rest of the window.
Yeah.
So,
big up to Anthony. Good to see you, my love. Hope you're well. Apparently he prefers Arsenal. Yeah, look, I'm just breaking the news. Obviously, Jim, we've still got this big saga going on with Savino as well. We've upped our bid. What do you think? Do you think this deal gets done?
I don't know, Kate. I don't know. I just don't. Look, they meant to have been in talks straight after the game.
Yeah.
I think if they were going to do a deal, they would have probably got it done then. I mean, I don't see what the problem is. They've offered, I think, 75, is it, million?
He wants to leave.
He's 21. He's 21. He scored 1 goal last season, so he's not like a world beater. I'm not saying he can't be, because he's meant to be really good and have the potential to be world class. But look, come on, these payments now for these players. I mean, it's just to me, it's off the planet. We offered this morning how much for Paz? 70 million.
Yeah.
Young. I mean, it's just ridiculous the money they offer now, and people turn it down. What do they want? I mean, we sold out for 80 million, right, or 85 million, and like everybody was talking, oh my God, that's what sort of money is that and all that. Look at it now. You got average players going for 50 million. I don't get it. It's just the bubble's got to burst sooner or later. You can't keep spending this sort of money. I mean, I don't care who you are on players, and it seems to be going up every year. I mean, it's got to burst sooner or later. It's got
Yeah.
to. I mean, look at Arsenal, what they've spent, Chelsea, what they've spent, City, what they've spent, Liverpool, what they've spent, and they're all still talking about buying more players.
I know.
I mean,
I don't know how they do it.
well, I don't know. Is there rules, or is there just rules for some people like Everton and Forest who get deducted points, but for everyone else, it's all right? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Everton
Yeah.
got deducted 6 points, and who have they bought compared to these teams?
Yeah, I agree. Big up Mama Flossie. Good to see you, lovely. Pletagol just tweeted that Arsenal strongly pushing for him. Spurs should go for Semenyo. We did, and then he signed a new deal at Bournemouth, so that's not happening. Anthony says 2 more coming into Arsenal for the window closes. Hincapié and Rodrigo. 11 out of 10 window for Arsenal. You wish. You bloody wish. Big up, Seb. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Semenyo signed new contract. Yeah, exactly what I just said. Agreed, Jim. It's a long way off when Greaves refused to be the first £100,000 player.
I mean, Sean, I was listening to Sean this morning, and he said there's so many loopholes that they use. I mean, why don't Lever use them then?
Yeah, but a lot of this is what we had this discussion the other day on the terrace, and everyone was saying it's all right, and I said it's not. This is the trouble. Chelsea have got shared ownership with Stuttgart. They buy the players, Stuttgart buy them, have them for a year, and then Chelsea buy them at a cheap rate off them. So they're funding both. Stuttgart get a year of a really good player, but then once he's developed, they give him to Chelsea. It's absolutely disgraceful, and this is why I don't agree with multi-club ownership. I think it's a disgrace. But yeah, this is what I read, that he's likely to go to Chelsea because of the Ecuadorian connection with Caicedo and the other guy they've got whose name I've forgotten. But look, we'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see what happens with that one. I don't like going on too much about transfer news because it's all rumours at the end of the day. So let's talk about something a little bit more exciting. Big up, Daniel. Good to see you. Strasbourg. What did I say? I don't know what team I said, but I knew it was Strasbourg. But yeah, I don't know what I said. I'm having a blonde moment. Honestly think Frank's going to take you to a top 4 or 5 battle because his coaching is on another level. Yes, let's hope so.
Yeah, but look, let's be honest. We need players in. We're not going to do it with this team because it's not. I don't think this team's good enough because I think they are good enough under Frank. But it's if we get injuries, you know, if we get injuries, if we lose Kudos and let's say Star, right? That's 2 major players out. You know,
Yeah.
and who's going to fill their shoes? So we need players in this week.
Yeah, I agree. Kendra Paez, Ecuador is the superstar. Yeah, that's it, Paez. Kate, if AFC do get both players I mentioned, I'll come back and donate some beer money for yourself and Jimbo to help you drown your sorrows.
You should do that anyway for the content we give you.
Yeah. Look, let's go on to this game. Jimbo, Saturday lunchtime, 12:30. What did you make of the match?
Well, I just thought it was a masterclass by Frank. I mean, if you look player for player, they're way above us. Not the defence. I think our defence is much better than theirs. But if you look from midfield onwards, I mean they're superior. So it comes down to the manager organising and studying them and getting the right strategy. And he's a master at it. He really is. So as much as the players were fantastic, they're following his orders. And what's that?
Tottenham are ready to make an offer for Morgan Rogers. Apparently.
Yeah, but I said, Julie, the thing is, this is why I'm not too hopeful on this one. It's all right us wanting him and making offers for him, but do they want to sell him? He's their best player. I mean, that is a real kick in the teeth if they lose him this late in the window. So I don't feel much hope with that.
Yeah, I agree. Look, it's night and day. Thomas Frank and Ange Postecoglou. Postecoglou's biggest weakness is probably Frank's biggest strength. You know, he played 3-5-2 against PSG, against Burnley, he played a 4-3-3. He knows how to mix it up. I was talking the other day, if we sign Eze, it'd probably be our best signing for 10 years. This guy could be our best signing in the Premier League. I mean, everyone knows how much I love Pochettino, but at the end of the day, he didn't win us anything. I watch us play and I look at Frank. He's been there, 8 weeks, something like that. The way he's transformed this team already is unbelievable. And I really think if this guy gets backed, and that's a massive if, because we know what Levy's like, this guy can really do something really, really, really special with Spurs. Anthony says, amazing game for Spurs. Got them in my season prediction to finish 4th ahead of City, top 4 being Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea and Spurs. Interesting.
Well, I think, like you said, I think a massive part of that is what players we bring in this week. We need to bring 2 or 3 in this week. If we will or not, I don't know. But I mean, it's a long season, and every team's going to get injuries. Tottenham ain't going to be avoided of that, you know. So it's having the backup players to step into the shoes of the ones on the pitch.
Do you know what? I'm just looking at my skin. It looks so blotchy and horrible today. I don't know why.
Well, it doesn't.
Oh, it does. Colin says the players look happier, laughing, mucking about, enjoying themselves. Last thing going off, the smiles have gone from them. Yeah, last season, yeah. Julia, it's not a talking point, it's probably by the football club because they know that, talk amongst themselves. Big up David Clark, living in Leicester, having 2 sons who are Leicester City season ticket holders, and they said El Canouse was left out of Saturday's squad, so his sale is imminent. Yeah, I mean, there was rumours that Palace were getting him. There are links to us. Look, I think it's difficult to judge him because he's playing at Leicester. No disrespect to Leicester, but it's a different level. I think if we get him, the only positive is he's young and Frank would have seen something in him, but also it gives us money to spend elsewhere because he's the cheaper option. But look, we'll have to wait and see. I'm not, like I say, I'm with Drew, though. I'm not talking about anyone till they're holding up the shirt. Shemi says, go on, Jim, sorry.
So I don't know a lot about him. I've not really seen a lot of him. But I mean, I've seen mixed reports. Some people saying that he's not ready to be in this Tottenham team yet, and then I've seen other people saying that he'd do a good job. So I don't know where I stand with it because I don't really know nothing about him, Kate, if you want to know the truth.
Shem says, not getting carried away with our start. Andrew was great his first 10 games, then got figured out and was terrible. Yeah, I don't think you can figure Thomas Frank out, though, because he changes it up every single game. So yeah. Anthony says, you already have a good first 11. Ange Highline made you look a lot worse. We said that last year, that he made us look as bad as we could be. Colin says, Frank reminds me of Sabille, calm but clinical. Let's hope he's as successful as Sabille. Seb says, I agree 100%. Sometimes the manager is the biggest signing, like when City got Pep. I think Frank's already made massive improvements to the defence. That does worry me. Do you know what? I don't think our defence has ever looked more solid since the Alderweireld days. We look so good at the back, Jim. I mean, you uttered the words, we've got one of the best defences in the league.
Well, we have. I don't care what anyone says. We've got one of them. I'm not saying it's the best, but we've got one of the best in the league. The way he's got them organised. Then we got Danso as a good backup. I think we need another one. We need a left-sided. Hopefully they get one in. But we need to strengthen in other places as well. And I think that they've left it too late to get exactly what we want in. But if we can get a couple of players in, then it will definitely help. I don't think we're getting any injuries this year, Kate, because Frank seems to be really monitoring the players and the injuries they've had, you know, and working on them. He said with Richie, they know the injuries he's had, they know where he's prone to get injured, so they're working with him to strengthen him and try and avoid it.
Yeah, 100%. Tyler, that guy Akalouche, is it?
Yeah, what a player.
He looks incredible.
Yeah, I really like him. I mean, I didn't know
Yeah.
a lot about him, and then I saw his name popping up, so I started looking into him, and he just seems a real proper footballer. I really do like him. I think he's left-footed, right? But I think he's not very good with the right foot.
No, he's not. But as Sean said, if what he can do with his left foot is unbelievable. So
Yeah.
although he's only got one good foot, what he's got is a weapon with his left
I was
foot.
looking at some of his passing. His passing is unbelievable.
Hopefully, I mean, it's quite quiet around him at the minute. I'm hoping we might be able to do a Lang and get it under the table and done quick without it coming out and being too public, because he does look a bit warm. If you watch his highlight reels, which I know can be deceiving, but he does look like a really good player. Last season, our midfield was terrible. Sarr, Benny, plus one other. This season as the +1 transformed us. Look, I think Polini has made a massive difference, but I think Frank has completely transformed Sarr and Bentancur's game. They look like new players. I mean,
Yeah.
you said, I think Sarr's the most improved, or I said it. I can't remember. One of us said it. But
he is the most improved in the team. I mean, Spence. I thought Spence was good last year, so he has definitely got better under Frank. But Sarr is definitely the most improved player. I mean, look,
yeah,
it's what someone said. Who was it? Was it David Clark? Someone just said that they're playing with a smile on their face. I mean, I said to you, Kate, during pre-season, I was watching all the training sessions, and I said to you, they're all laughing and joking, you know, and you could see Frank pulling them aside one at a time, talking to them about things, explaining things to them, and you see the other coaches doing it. You never really saw that under Ange, you know, and I don't want to knock Ange, not at all. You know, he has his way of playing football. It done us good. It won us a trophy, you know, so he is a legend of the club. But this guy just seems on a different level, the way he does it.
yeah. Oh, thanks, Mum. I really don't. My hair looks awful and my skin looks so blotchy today on the camera. Sorry, but it really does.
It's a stream, not a fashion show, darling.
I know. I should have slammed on some more makeup, I think. I didn't really put any on because I was hot. I like that Tottenham are going big, and proof was in that Nico Paz bid. Tottenham are going to spend big on a top signing for the end of the window. Oh, Seb, I do hope you're right. I hope you're right. The thing that impresses me most was that Frank's assistant coaches get involved during matches, unlike Angie's coaches who sat on their hands on the bench. Yeah, they're very hands-on. I like the animated bench. It's a bit of me. I don't like the Arteta coming out of your technical area side of the of animation, but I like it when they're getting up, trying to jolly the players up, but also giving them instructions as well. I think that's what they're paid big bucks to do. I think Jimbo's right, but the question is, can your defence stay injury free? Well, hopefully with this new system, we won't have so many hamstring injuries for poor old Mickey Van de Ven for a start.
Yeah, I agree.
They don't have to do as much running. It looks like the main part of the running is coming from Porro and Spence anyway. I mean, Porro, I thought he was incredible against City. He's crossing of the ball. I just think he's just such an underrated, fantastic player.
He's come on leaps and bounds, isn't he?
And Terry said to me, doesn't think there's a better player in the position than Jed Spence. He said he's unbelievable, which I kind of agree with. Another one who doesn't get the credit.
Fills his pockets up every game, doesn't he?
Yeah. Seb, you're not even a Spurs fan. You've fallen for the PR of Tottenham Football Club. This is an ambition. Paz said he's not interested in Spurs. Yeah, he's going to Real Madrid next year, I believe. Yeah, Richie has stopped falling over all the time. He's chasing balls. I mean, he's got that little bit of shit house really, but I wouldn't want him to lose that. But he's not just rolling over trying to get a foul. He's fighting for every ball. He really does look like a different player.
Well, I mean, look. I don't want to keep going back to last season, right? But if you look at last season to this season, there's a lot more structure in the team, right? They've all got a job and they know what their job is. And you see, like when they were going forward and when the goalkeeper had the ball was trying to play it out, right? You see them going in like a pack of wolves, you know, and the structures. It's just different, and you see when they're defending, if someone pushes up a bit, one of them drops back, and it's just completely different when the ball gets crossed in. You see them going in, you know, one after the other. If one misses it, the next one's there. It's just completely different, Kate, to what we saw last season. It's a completely structure, you know.
Yeah. Big up, sorry, before I forget, to everyone watching and the 25 watching on X as well. Jim, don't do the hammer sign. That's it. That's better. Kate and Jimbo, with the signing of Palania, your defence is very solid. I would add an attacker to strengthen your team going forward, but that Kudus guy made Man City look average. He was impressive. Another just incredible player.
Yeah, but West Ham said he was shit. They didn't want him.
Yeah, they say he was lazy. That's one thing he definitely ain't. Big up Dan Davenport. Amazing win. Still buzzing. Big up lovely Lou. Hope you're well. Al Dante, big up to you. We're good. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I get you, Daniel. We need to sign some players. If Van der Ven can keep fit in Thomas's system, that alone will give you 15 more points. On his day, he's the best left-sided centre-back in the league. I think it's hard to argue with that, Jimbo.
No, I mean, because you said to me, when I said to you we got one of the best defences in the league, right? You said to me Arsenal's defence is better, but I can't say they're better. I'm not saying they're worse, but this defence is on par with Arsenal. That's what I think, without any shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, I think their centre backs said edge outs. I can't lie. I think Saliba and Gabriel. But if you look at numbers alone, Romero beats everybody. So let's wait and see. I'm not getting too hyped. I just want them to stay fit for the season. Sar's improved because Frank has tightened the midfield up with the fullbacks further back, so he's help instead of the wide open field. Yes, Jack Spurs. Johnson again, ole. In one-on-one defending, Spence is one of the best left backs in the league, 100%. And he did tweet a picture, "Bring me your best winger, #Godspeed." I love him. I love that little bit of swag that he's got.
If he doesn't get in the England squad for this next call up, there's something wrong.
Yeah, I agree. The way Johnson busted a gut to get into the area to score, I don't think there's any news on Rodrigo, but I still don't think he's going anywhere near Arsenal. Shem says they're playing like an organised, structured team. It comes from all the coaching they're getting, real coaching. Sar has Kudus helping him out instead of Johnson when out of possession. I'm not getting too ahead of myself, says Drula. I give praise when needed, but Sar looked good under Ange too. He did.
Yeah,
he did. He went up a level under Ange, but I think he's gone up another level under Frank.
I think a lot of the players look good under Ange, right? But I just don't think the structure that we needed, because these, I mean, look, they're not world-class players like in City's team, right? So they need their good players, really good players. I mean, he might take them up to a level of world-class, Frank, but Tottenham is a team that needs organisation, right, to be good. And we never really had that under Ange. I mean, there were certain games we did, and when Ange did put them tactics in, we always seemed to come out on top. So it really surprised me when we were so gung-ho in the league, because when you looked at the structure he'd done in the Europa League, we were so hard to beat, you know. So I don't know why Ange never took that in the league, because, look, he's been around football a long time, Ange, right? He's not a mug. He's won 20-odd trophies. So the guy can manage. And I don't care what league you say he's been in, right? If you win 20-odd trophies as a professional manager, that means you can manage. So, but I don't know why he didn't change it in the league like he did in the cup games. But I just think the more the organisation we've got under Frank is what's making it a lot tighter, a lot harder to beat. You know, I just think it's much better the way it's being done now.
Yeah, look, if Spence does pick up an injury, and hopefully he doesn't, then Udogie would come in. I think he's pretty much fit now, from what Frank said. But, I mean, you can't drop Spence with the form he's in, not a chance. I read a lot of credible journalist articles and fact-check them with other credible journalists. They're all saying the same things. Oh, Lou, what's happened to Manchester United? Got a brilliant front line, and the rest of you look bang average. I mean, are you Amarim out yet? I'm interested to know. We've got more chance of signing Rod Stewart than signing Rodrigo. No, he was sort of about Arsenal signing him, David Clark. Spurs surprised me with the Kudus signing. He's a top player with Frank coaching him. That is true. Hold on 1 second. Oh, it's all right. Under Frank Sarr went under the knife and had bionic lungs inserted. Kudos is a gem. Do you know what? I can't just praise this guy enough. He's incredible. If we could have the same level down the other side, we would be such a brilliant team.
If you look at Kudos, right, I've said this to you many times, Kate. Some players don't suit some teams. You know, you can take a player out of one team that looks terrible in there, put him in another team, and he looks fantastic. He didn't suit West Ham the way they play. He's just not a West Ham player. He's a Tottenham type player. So he's coming to Tottenham, you know, and he's showing how good he is. Just wasn't. He wasn't a West Ham type player, in my opinion. That's why he's wearing the cockerel now. He's home where he belongs.
I'm going to move this light because it's making my face look horrendous. I know it's not a fashion show, Jimbo, before you say it, but I can't cope with it.
You look gorgeous. What's up with you?
I don't know what's the matter with my skin. It looks horrendous. I'm turning it off. It's going to be dark.
I don't go on.
Fabrizio Romano falls down. Fabrizio Romano falls down. Has started. He's been tweeting shit with no proper start. It's downfall. You mean? Look, I think a lot of it is to get better deals for the players. A lot of it's just to get likes. I think, but look, it is what it is. Spence should be the Carl Walker replacement at right back from an England point of view. There isn't a better player in the league on form. Unfortunately, we all know it won't happen as England never do this. No, they stick to what they know always. Pep's tippy-tappy playing out from the back is suicidal. Oh, my God. James Trafford, I mean, I appreciate he's a young kid, but what the hell was he thinking? What was he thinking? Talk about put your players under pressure. I have a heart attack and Vic tries it. We're always screaming, just boot it out. Just boot it out. Amarim's record at United is 7 wins, 7 draws and 15 losses. I think his ratio is lower than Angie's. He's got a win percentage of 14 points something. It's outrageously bad. Big up, Brian. Seb says, it's not about the ITKs, only for your clubs. There are other journalists that report credible info from rival journalists' points of view. You have to admit Spurs are trying. Very bloody trying. Have a great day, Mama. See you later.
Just make her a mod, Kate.
Yeah, why aren't you a mod? Hang on. Add as mod. And Lou. These are all the mods from Football Terrace, so they're experts at getting rid of weirdos. So let me put Lou as a mod as well. There we go. Big up Lee Stay from TV as well. Good to see you. Anthony, you can be a mod as well. I might as well just make the whole chat mods, mightn't I? But there we go. Look, Spurs are trying, but the message they're putting out, or should I say Levy? What do you mean? Let me know what you mean.
Yeah, Spurs are definitely trying, very trying.
Yeah. Let's have a look. We've got to touch on a couple of players, Jim, before we give our player ratings. Look, Brennan Johnson, right? This guy gets unbelievable amounts of stick. He's useless with the ball. He doesn't take on his man. He only scores tap-ins. This guy scores goals no matter what. He scores bloody goals. What more can you ask for? I mean, what's your thoughts on this guy? Johnson again, ole. Madison tweeted as if I'm shocked or something. Woo, Phil P. What are you thinking about old BJ?
Are you offering?
No.
The footballer. You're right, Phil. Nice to see you in here.
Yeah, not seen you for ages, Phil. Love you. Yeah, what's your thoughts on Johnson, Jim?
I think that he gets unwarranted stick. He puts the ball in the net. That's all we want. Look, I think under I think under Frankie will come. His whole game will come good. Right, it's only been a few weeks. Let Frank work with him and the team work with him, and he'd do more than score goals. You know, at the end of the day, we've had 2 games. He scored 2 goals. He's earning his money. That's what the game's about: scoring goals and winning games. And he's helped in both games.
I just think I kind of feel with Johnson, it doesn't matter what he does, he always gets stick. Like he scored a goal, but you'll have people go, well, yeah, I know he scores, but he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. The hardest part of the game is putting the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, if you look at him the last couple of games, he has been involved a bit more. I just think we just give him a bit of time with Frank and we'll see another side to him apart from scoring goals. He just gets in the right places at the right time. He's got a knack for it.
Yes, it doesn't matter which side either. He's just always on the back post.
Yeah.
Jack says people should stop the hate on him. It's not good. I love Johnson. That's my kind of player.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
I've been guilty of criticising him, but the amount of hate he gets, and I just think now he's proven his weight. He's worth his weight in gold for all these little goals he scores, these little tap-ins. They're getting us points. They helped us get the trophy when they won us the trophy. I think people need to lay off him a little bit.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Frank is an intelligent coach because I don't understand why Brendan was playing on the right wing as a right footer. Playing as a left wing right footer is much more dangerous in attack. I don't question Frank and let him do what he thinks is right. When the cross came in, I knew Johnson would put the ball in the net. He doesn't miss too many sitters.
No.
Matt says 7 days of the window and Spurs are throwing money around for fun at unrealistic targets like Paz, who's wanting to go to Madrid, Eze, who always wanted Arsenal, Rodgers, who Villa won't sell for 100 mil or no less, as they've already sold Ramsey, so no need to sell. This is what I'm referring to, right? Yeah, I hear you. But I'm hoping that the ones that are public are actually not the real ones that we're going for, that he's keeping our business under wraps. Because, big up Sava. He's just sent everyone over. Big up Sava, as always, absolute ledge. It really does help our channel when you do this. Timo Werner's gone. I don't know where he is. I can't remember where he went. Is he gone back to Leipzig?
He went back to wherever he come from, yeah.
Yeah. Kate, I like that from a fan base that questions everything our manager does. It's nice to see a fan just trusting their manager. I do. I mean, who am I to question bloody Thomas Frank? 2 games, 5 goals. No. Yeah, 5 goals and none against. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say anything about him. Big up to everyone coming over from Sava's channel. Please do smash a like on the channel. It really helps. I am going to give away some memberships in a minute as well. Big up Marianne. If you're asking me, I think Spurs will sign that Leicester player, El Canous, you mean. Johnson's still a young player. Could be your Bale regen. Personally think he needs to bulk up a bit and hit the gym. I agree.
He's quite solid. If you look at him when he's got his shirt off, he's ripped. He's
he's ripped, but he is scrawny, Jim. But then some people are just built that way.
Look, he puts the ball in the net, right? He's got the main part of the game under wraps. Let's see what else Frank can get out of him. You know, working with Frank, I'm sure he'll bring his game on leaps and bounds.
Yeah. Big up Paul G, been a member for 17 months. Absolute legend. Thank you for your support as always. Oh, Jack, I don't agree with this. No hate, but I think Timo Werner would be a good loan deal for us again. He needs more team. And he was good at Chelsea. No, that would send them out.
He's had two stints here. I mean, he wasn't very good, was he? He did all right in some games. There was a couple of games he did well, but look, let's not bring him back, please. We need to up our game on the Werners.
Big up Archer, big up Mark as well, big up Hit the Bar. Everyone coming in, Diggs, big up to you. Yeah, it's one thing being ripped, it's another thing to have that core strength. Yeah, indeed. Big up Subdue Light says we should see massive improvements with some or all of our squad under Frank. But yeah, as we all know, we do need signings. I know, Timo Werner. I wouldn't even have him as the water boy because he'd probably drop the water.
Oh, that's really disrespectful.
Well, I'm sorry, but I mean it. Prediction against Bournemouth. Come on, you Spurs. Johnson again. Ole, ole. If we didn't sign a left-sided, would you want to keep Solomon? No.
I'm still on the fence about him because I haven't seen enough of him to really give an opinion. I mean, he goes all season from with Leicester. I don't think he got injured.
Not Leicester League.
When he was here, he comes back, he's injured again. I mean,
Odegaard was unlucky not to score when he came on. He just did that header wide. Big up, Stacey. Good to see you, my love. If we sign Timo Werner a third time, I'm officially done with football.
Yeah, it's not who we're looking for. You're right.
Zero interest on Hill and Solomon on a permanent transfer. Same story. We can never offload players and always make losses due to poor recruitment. Just waiting for the here we go on the last day for Jackson. No, please don't even think it.
No, they're asking too much money as well.
They'd be more likely to sign Michael Jackson, I think, than Nicholas Jackson. Frank's an amazing manager. I didn't understand why Ange played Brennan as a right winger. Frank moved Brennan to the left and he's looking dangerous. He's on fire. He is on fire. He is on fire and we like to see it. Big up Kenneth. Come over on Savaraid and is a new subscriber. Thank you very much indeed. And thanks again to Sava. Anthony says, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's help Kate and Jimbo's channel grow to one of the biggest Spurs supporters. That will never happen, but thanks. Jackson would be so good, better than Tell. I'm not a fan of Tell's particularly, but I think we've got to give him a little bit of time. I just don't want him to be the first choice for anything ever. Until he's more experienced.
Look, I'm not going to totally slate Jackson. I think under the right coach, I think he could be really good. I really do. When I've seen him play, some games he looks fantastic. Then other games he don't seem to be involved. But I think with a coach like Frank, he probably could bring the best out in him. But it's too much money. I mean, as I said earlier. It's the money these players are going for now is ridiculous.
Yeah, Kate and Jim have to wonder why I keep paying my season ticket money when I don't get returns on it. Are you a Spurs fan? Let me know. Jackson just doesn't get used enough at Chelsea because he's competing against the likes of Delap and Pedro. Look, while we're here, let's give away some memberships. Some memberships. Can I give them away? I don't know if I can give them away yet. Are you talking, Jim?
No, I'm listening to you.
Oh, I can't do it yet. Must be a couple of weeks. Bloody hell. Oh, yes. Oh, no, you've sent all your 10 free of charge memberships this month. Bloody hell. As soon as I'm able to do it, I will give some more away. Sorry, guys. Time just goes all over the place. But let's do our player ratings because we're waffling on. Oh, I did want to talk about someone else as well. This guy, Polinia, Jimbo, took his goal. Very calm. Yeah. What a difference he's made.
He goes about business, doesn't he? Gets stuck in. Yeah, he's a phenomenal player. I mean, he's exactly what we've been looking for.
Yeah, 100%.
What worries me, if he got injured, who's going to fill his shoes?
I know. He won more duels, 8, and made more tackles, 4 than any other player on the pitch. He said after the game, Frank pushed me to come here, showed me the project. It's a great club, and I'm really glad to be back in the Premier League. I'm so happy. Me and my family, now I want to enjoy this top club and this top atmosphere again. Absolutely quality signing. I know, I think we will end up making this guy a permanent addition. Please God, he stays fit. But brilliant. And oh yes, we spoke on Irish Hotspur. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're the one who goes to the protests. Jimbo, don't read too much into it. I think he'll end up at Arsenal or Chelsea. Who knows if we're getting Savino? Who knows? How long's a piece of string? Who knows? But yeah, he does. Polina definitely does seem to be delighted to be here, and that's the sort of players you want.
I think when you look at the players, it's still really happy in a minute. They like what's happening, obviously behind the scenes. They obviously like their training. He works with them individually, or the staff do if there's something they need to work on. You know, he obviously puts his arm around them and has a chat with them. It just seems to be all good at the minute. Long may it continue, please.
I said that to Jimbo. I said it'd be just like Tottenham signed Sterling right late on in the window.
No, please don't. I will be absolutely gutted if Sterling comes in. I will be.
Players that want to be in the team and the club is something you can't put a price on. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think deserves all the credit. Last season, Kudus was poor and Polina was on Bayern bench behind Grexica. Under Frank, Kudus and Polina look re-energised, hungry. Frank has improved Tottenham. Agreed. Shameless Auntie Kate and Jimbo. Big up from Stansted Airport. Big up, Smithy. Safe flight wherever you're going. I think we'll end up with El Canus. I think Kudus is our best player right now. Look, he's well up there, but this guy's got to take some of the plaudits. Papa Mate Sarboy. I mean, Jimbo, like we said, got to be one of the most improved players under Thomas Frank.
Yeah, without any shadow of a doubt. Yeah, he looks and I'm in the mud because a couple of seasons ago I said he's never going to make it at Spurs. He's too lightweight. How wrong was I? So I'll put my hands up to that one.
Yeah, big up to Sar. Absolutely showing his worth. But let's do our player ratings.
Well, I love this.
Yeah, well, you're pretty easy to predict usually. Let's start with big old Vic at the back. Jimbo, what rating you giving Vic at the back?
Well, I'm going to give Vic 9 this week. I give him 10 last week. I'm going to give him 9 this week because there was a couple of times playing it out from the back and nearly messed up. So he gets deducted a point. Otherwise, he would have got a 10 from me. But he gets a 9.
Yeah, I'm going to give him an 8. Made a couple of good saves. The header from Rodri was good. Pretty solid. I'm going to, a lot of the chat agreeing 8. He didn't have hardly anything to do in the second half. But yeah, oh no, please don't start this. 2 games in and Frank being talked up, it cost us the Super Cup with his defensive attitude. Look, I don't agree with that at all. You've got to rotate your players at the end of the day, otherwise you end up with injuries. So
yeah, and look, it's Sava was spot on when he said, "What happens if we leave them on and we win the Super Cup, right? And then a couple of our top players get injured. The seasons, the Premiership's more important, you know. Yeah. And you've got to remember, Polino never had much football. What's his name? Kudus was struggling as well. Who was the other one? Got cramp. Someone got cramp. You know, so he was spot on when he said, "Imagine we won the Super Cup. Lovely, we win the Super Cup, but then a couple of them get injured and can't start the season. And all of a sudden, we're not sitting there with 6 points. You know, we might be with 2 points or no points or 3 points instead of 6."
Yeah. Yeah, Vic's getting between a 7 and a 9. Yes, a Kalouche, exactly. Is a
I love
him at the club. Looks like a real baller. Next up, we've got one of my favourite players, Pedro Porro, Jimbo.
I thought he was outstanding, Kate. Honestly, didn't concede any goals. His crosses in the box. I just love him. I just think he's very passionate about the club. He gets a 10 from me.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a 9.
He's so tired.
He curled the ball up the pitch.
It's coming out your purse.
To Sarr in the build up to the first goal, he put in some unbelievable crosses. That one that Richarlison just couldn't get his head on. I thought he was excellent. So I'm going to give my man Porro a good solid 9. Hit the bar says 8. I mean he's due a worldy goal. I mean, he nearly scored right early on, didn't he? He is due a worldy goal, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. Then we've got our Capitan, Christian Romero, Jimbo.
outstanding again. Actually was was instead of getting stuck into the rucks, he was breaking them up. So
yeah, that was funny.
I'm going to give Romero a 10k. No goals in, so the defence done their job. Gets a 10 from me.
8 for Porro, needs to pick up his quality on dead balls because he has the skill. 9. Love Porro, 8.5. Romero, 8. We're not at Spence yet. I'm going to give Romero a 9. Made some fantastic saves. Picked up that absolutely ridiculous yellow card that was never a yellow card in a billion years, but led as a captain leads.
Yeah, but he picked up the yellow card, but he kept his temper. He normally would have had a right scream up.
Just led from the back, and yeah, I'm giving him a solid 9. Thought he was very, very good again, taking the captaincy seriously. Then we've got young Mickey van der Ven, Jimbo.
Easy 10, fantastic again. Tackle in the box when the guy was just going to pull the trigger. 10 from me.
He can't get a 10 because he nearly gave away a penalty on Oscar Bob.
Did he give away a penalty?
Well, the argument was there.
The argument was there, but he didn't give away a penalty. You mark how you want to mark. I'll mark how I want to mark. He gets a 10.
I'm going to give him an 8 because he wasn't quite as good as Romero.
Honestly.
Got away with that Oscar Bob challenge, which could have quite easily been a pen. So I am going to give him an 8. I thought he was excellent, but not to the level of Christian Romero. Another one of my very favourite players is next. Jedley King. The Jedi Jed. What do you give Jed?
I give Jed an 11 out of 10. He just seems to get better and better every game for me. He was fantastic.
It completely did lock up Oscar Bob. You're absolutely right. You know, the thing is with Jed, he was running right till the very end. He's got an engine like Papa Mate Sarr. He does not stop running. He was absolutely fantastic. I am going to give Jed a 9.
Why are these people so tight to give a 10?
Because 10, you've got to be flawless. And
to me, he was flawless. He was brilliant.
Yeah, he was brilliant, but I saved my 10s for my man of the match, and he wasn't my man of the match, although I thought he was phenomenal. I disagree with this. I think Udogie can be right for certain games, but at the minute it's so difficult to take out a Spence when he's playing like he's playing. 10 for your new number 6. Amazing game, topped off with his first goal on his home start. Has Spence would say, yeah, he did say, bring your best winger. # Godspeed. I love that little bit of cheekiness. Then we've got the man Rodrigo Bentancur, Jimbo.
Yeah, again, for me, he was brilliant. He gets a 10. Why are you laughing?
I read a quote that said if
Man City, right, didn't concede a goal and we scored 2 goals, right? For me, if you can't give 10s for players for a game like that, if we concede a goal, right, and then it changes for me. But if you can't give 10s out, well, why are people scared to give 10s? He gets a 10, and I won't change.
I read a journalist wrote, if composure had a name, that name would be Rodrigo Bentancur. He was fantastic. He was, you know what I think with, he looks so much more confident with Polinia being there. Sometimes you notice him flapping a little bit, but it's none of that now. He completely bosses where he needs to boss. I'm going to give Bentancur an 8.5.
So tight, honestly.
Could be better with his passing out to your wide players.
I'm glad you don't like me for being in bed.
William Webb, I know we beat him 4-0 last year, but this is a better City side than last year. They've improved massively with the likes of Reinders, Oscar Bob's back fit, all their new players. I think it's unfair to compare it too much with last season.
You can't compare everywhere. You can't. You're right. You can't compare one game to another game. because it's we're different players, different manager. They're different players as well. I just think you just got to do the games. I think I give them all 10s last year as well. So, look, for me, you keep a clean sheet, right? Man City, everyone's saying one of the best teams in the world, club teams in the world, and we absolutely scored them, I think. So
yeah. João Palhinha, Jim.
11 out of 10. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Kate, Benny's one of them players. If he's got a proper midfield general next to him, he's very street smart. A lot of experience before with Uruguay and Juve. Palhinha at 12. A brilliant coaching display from Frank, and the players man for man were brilliant. Palhinha 9, Palhinha an 11. I'm going to give Palhinha a 9.5. Absolute. Well, he's a midfield general. He really is something we've been crying out for. Got his first goal as well at home, away from home, but his first goal in the Premier League. 11 out of 10 from Anthony as well. 9.5. Yeah, made one loose pass. That's what I mean. You can't give a 10 if it ain't perfect. So
look, in a game of 95 minutes or 98 minutes, whatever it was, right? Made one loose pass, right? Which player's not going to do that? It's
players that get a 10 out of 10.
If he gives 5 loose passes, it's different. Give one loose pass, someone said. I never noticed it, but I'm not saying that he never, because he probably did. But don't stop me giving him a 10. He was phenomenal.
You mark your way and you let me mark my way.
Right,
thank you very much, John Bristow. Welcome to the channel, and to everyone else that's come over. Please do smash the like. It does help little channels like us keep going. I like Sarah in the 10, incredible work rate. Then we've done Palhinha. Then we've got said man, Papa Mate Sarboy. Jimbo?
What do you give this man? How many points can I give him? I mean, he's just, I love him. He gets a 10, but gets a 12, gets a 14, 20, whatever you want to give him. Top marks.
Yeah, I give this guy a 10. I thought he had a flawless performance. He set up the first goal, was part of the second goal. Absolute machine, doesn't stop running, he's everywhere. And I think this guy is going to become an absolute superstar under this manager. We're already seeing he's improved no end under Frank after 8 weeks. So imagine what he's going to do after 6 months, a year. I think, yeah, I agree. Best player on the pitch. So he gets a big fat 10 out of 10 from me, Papa Mate Sarr. Then we have got, after that, Mohamed Kudus, Jimbo.
Another one for me gets a 10. Sorry.
I'm going to give him a 9 just because I don't think City had any way of, they just couldn't handle him. He just got round their players all the time. Because I don't give 10s all the time, darling. I give 10s to my man of the match. Why you no listen? I no listen. So I'm going to give him a 9. Yeah, excellent performance again from Kudus. Could well be one of the signings of the summer. I can't wait to see Sarr in the 8 with Palhinha and a proper 10 feeding his late runs into the box. Yep, I agree. When you think Sarr's playing in a position he's not used to, it's unbelievable. Kudos 10, great at helping out Porro. 9 out of 10, if he'd have scored, would have been a 10. Exactly that, Anthony. Well put. Then we've got the pigeon, Jimbo. Prue.
Well, I'm going to give the pigeon 9. I thought he was really, really good again. I thought he was phenomenal again. But I think there's a couple of chances he should have took one of them. There was one on the head that he should have scored. So I'm going to give him a 9. But I think he's beginning to look better and better every game as well. I really do.
Harmless potato, what are you shocked at? What are you shocked at? He's gone, what? What are you shocked at?
He didn't score, did he? If he
can't do that, Jim. That's so unfair. What did you give him?
A 9.
Yeah, he gave Vicario a 9 as well. To be fair,
I think he was. I think he was really, really good, and I think he's beginning to really start to look like a proper player. But I think that there was one he should have scored, Potato. But no, I'll give him a 9. You know, I bet not many people give him a 9.
I'll give him an 8.5. I think
Yeah,
he got the assist for the first goal from Johnson. He also had a hat trick of headers in the second half that he should have scored at least one of. So he's definitely getting back to being a Brazilian, Richarlison. But I'm going to give him an 8.5 because there's still room for improvement there. But he's playing very, very well. The best I've seen him play for a long time. And the fact he's not rolling around on the floor every 5 minutes is a massive, massive bonus. And then we've got the man we was talking about earlier, Jim, Brennan Johnson.
I want to give him a 10, but I don't think I can. I think I'm going to give him a 9 as well. I think I'm going to give him a 9. I think he could work a bit harder, but I think that'll come. Because no, I'm going to give him a. Yeah, I'll give him a 9, the same as Richie. I think they both did well up there, but I think he needs to work a bit harder. I'm not coming down on him at all because I love him and I've always stuck behind him, Kate, from the minute he walked through the door. Spurs, you know that. I've never put him down, but I just think he needs to work that a little bit harder. But I think that'll come. So I'm going to give him a 9.
Do you know that goal that Johnson scored means that he's
no, they'll get a 10.
It means that he scored back-to-back goals at the Etihad. Did you know that about Brennan Johnson?
Oh, I'm going to give him a 10 then.
I think as the game went on, you saw him growing confidence.
Yeah, saw that.
He's a difficult one. I'm going to give him. Normally, I would give him probably an 8, but because he scored, I'm going to give him a 9.
Right.
And because I really got a lot of time for this guy, and I really want him to come good, so I'm going to give him a 9 because no matter what anyone says, Johnson again, ole ole.
You know what? He deserves a 10 anyway because the crowd, the crowd that spend all their money to go there, they just love him and they just sing his name. So if he gets that extra because the crowd love him.
Julie's on the Jimbo train. Richie rejuvenated under Frank, playing like a man with a point to prove and a World Cup coming up. You have to give Johnson 10 because he scored on the trot. Look, I'm going to give him a 9. I'm not going to waver on that. Hang on 1 second. Let me just see if Ben's on today. Does anyone know? Is he on today? No, don't look like he is. 20 more likes, please, chat, because it costs nothing to smash that like button, but your support for Kate and Jimbo goes a long way, and fan channels like this deserve more support. Thank you very much. Oh, I mentioned Ben. It was like Beetlejuice, and he turned up. I said, let me see if Ben's streaming, and he turned up. Big up, Benji. Hope you're well. I take it you're not streaming today. Depeche Mood says, is Amorim a wannabe coach? With this investment, if Amorim doesn't reach at least a European place, it's time to bring someone competent and know how to win trophies that matter. Lookman and Harvey Elliott, please. I think this
is an Amorim fan, Kate, have I? From the beginning, he come here. He come to, went to them. I said that I didn't think he'd do well. I'm not mad on him. And I just think that too many, he's fell out with too many players. There's something wrong if you keep falling out with your players.
Yeah.
He's a bit stubborn in his way he plays as well. I just think that United are such a big club. I can't see him being there for much longer. If he don't start winning games.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Funny thing was, I actually wanted him at Tottenham at one point, which is kind of bonkers. But look, it is what it is. We have got one more rating to give, and that is Thomas the Frank Engine. Choo choo.
Oh, again, he gets 4 points, doesn't he? He gets 20 out of 10. Another masterclass.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'll give him a 4 points.
Ball. He's watching where people are, and he's like a conductor on the sideline. You know, makes a difference because they can hear him, and he's obviously they're buying into him. He's just a fan. I'm just so happy we got him.
Yeah, he's getting 200 out of 10 from Benji. What a beautiful man. Not sure why he gets an 8, but there you go. I can see Nuno at Forest getting the big boot this week. United would do well to get a manager like him at the minute. Yeah, he's better than what they've got. This is what I said. Do you know what? When you signed Amorim, I said on the terrace the first week, alarm bells should be ringing for United fans because all you've done is criticise Ange, and yet Amorim has come out and said, I won't change my system. And this is what's happened. I give Thomas Frank 100 out of 10. I thought he managed it perfectly perfect. You're right, he is like a conductor on the side. His in-game management's brilliant. He gets involved with shouting things out at the coach, all the coaches. I mean, that young guy, bloody, I was only watching him this morning, the one that's the grandson of Cliff Jones, I think it is. I really, really like that guy.
I wonder just to go on to that a second. I wonder if they sack Nuno, right? I think if Nuno goes, it's to do with obviously the arguments he's had. But I think the first coach to be sacked, apart from Nuno, if he goes, because it looks like will be Harry Potter.
That's it, Matty Wells. Right. That's it, Matty Wells.
And I wonder if Nuno would go to West Ham. But I wonder what if Ange goes to. Hello, Mickey. You're right. I wonder if Ange goes to Forest, which it looks like. I think they've already spoke to him. If he'll change his way of playing, or he'll stick to the same as what he did at Tottenham, it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, Matty Wells, that's who I meant. He seems like such a nice guy, but so good at what he's doing as well. And I agree, Cochrane as well. And to Forest, Nuno to West Ham. Thoughts? Would Nuno go to West Ham? That's a massive step down after being at Forest and doing, they've got European football this year.
It's not, Kate. It's not a massive step down, right? It's a massive step down because of where they are now. But I mean, West Ham are a massive club in their own right, So if a really good manager went there and they backed him, they could become a top half team without any shadow of a doubt. But I think the hierarchy at West Ham are not. I don't think they're great. I don't.
There's only one person that can save Manchester United now. All rise for Sir Gareth Southgate. I so can see this happening, and I will be there for the tears. But Jim Radcliffe loves Southgate. He's tried to hammer him. I can just see it happening, and I'm here for it. Staffy, Terry. Oh my God, the meltdown would be monumental. Please let it happen. Frank 17, I think this man's the real deal for Prem and Cups. Just give him the support and he could be the next Klopp or Pep, but without the scratching of the face. Someone said on the terrace the other day that Frank reminds them of Klopp. Let's hope he's as bloody, I can't talk. Let's hope he's as successful as Jurgen Klopp for us. I think Forest would love Mourinho if they can get him. Marinakis also went and got Edu from Arsenal. Look at how Forest are behaving in the transfer window. Who's the bigger club right now?
I was just going to say that Forest is a good club for a big manager to go to because the guy he's not scared of spending money without any shadow of a doubt. He dips his hand in his pocket, doesn't he?
Yeah. And to Forest, Nuno to Rangers, Potter to Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Exactly. The front runner for the Forest job is Brendan Rodgers. I did hear that this morning, actually. Big up, Chris Amadeus. Good to see you. Yes, have a lovely day going to the pictures. Although it's a day really to be outside. It is absolutely boiling here today. I really thought we'd got past this hot weather. I've even put the quilt back on the bed. But it is absolutely baking today. But have a nice time watching Harry Potter. Southgate to United would be funny. It would be bloody hilarious. You do realise Edu is one of the reasons Nuno might be leaving. Yeah. He's fell out with Edu and Marinakis by all accounts. But you know what? Got a lot of respect for Nuno. He's done absolute wonders there. Never really got a chance at Spurs. And you know, he's not happy. He's going to say he's not happy. Frank will go well. The board is biggest issue. That's the same for every manager. Although I think Ange was backed quite heavily, if I'm honest. Whereas I think Frank so far this window has been let down massively. The two they've brought in have made a huge difference, but we need at least two more to come in my opinion. Ben says Nuno would do an unbelievable job at West Ham. Big up, Nick, Lazy 8. I love that picture. Southgate to Man U would be hilarious. I bet he'd get him top half, and Slaphead would be a nailed on starter for another few. Yeah, exactly that. If Rodgers goes to Forest, then Andy's definitely going back to Celtic. That's a good call. And he says, I might be an Arsenal fan, but I've always loved your content, Kate and Jimbo. Honest, humble, football knowledge, great little channel, deserves to be bigger. Thank you, Anthony. That's very sweet of you. This is, do you know what? Jimbo and I sit and talk about football like this in our front room, which is why we done this channel, really, because we talk about it with lots of other people.
I mean, it's nice to have, I really appreciate that, Anthony. It's nice to have a nice few subs. We don't want to get too massive.
We'd never get that massive because we don't have all the drama and the shouting and hollering.
I mean, the people we're getting are really good people, and I like it with the people we're getting. There's never any drama.
Big up Levy out over on X, who's just reposted the stream. Thank you very much for doing that, and welcome to the channel. Would be Ben under a useless owner like David? Oh, would he Ben under a useless owner like David Sullivan?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about that.
I agree with Daniel there. I'm not. I can't buy into their hierarchy there at all. I don't think that they've really got much of an idea.
Ange wasn't back. Spending 100 million on kids isn't backing a manager. It's squad building for the future, not for the now. Well, he got his number one target, which was Dominic Solanke, and apparently he gave the okay for all the transfers. So depends how you look at it. Big up Spotlight on Spurs, Lukey. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Afternoon, Chrysandro says, glad my score prediction came true. I knew it would. Expecting big things this season. Rumours of players we're supposedly getting are just rumours. I focus on Frank's good work. Exactly that.
We need players, Sandra. We definitely need players in this week.
Anthony, 1985. Good call, Kate and Jimbo. Nice people with passion. We try and be nice people. Thank you. 10,000 subs before the end of 25. Wow. Now that would be something. Big up, Anthony. Look, as Ben's not streaming today, I've redirected to the terrace at 5 because I'm back on there tonight for the six questions, 6 panelists, 6 perspectives. I think that's the tagline. So you can catch me there at 5. The shows, we're definitely doing a Friday show this week, but my son has his girlfriend coming over tomorrow from Romania. We may do a show tomorrow because she probably won't arrive here till 3.
Are they not disappearing Wednesday for a few days?
Well, yeah, but we still want to see them.
Yeah, but why they're going somewhere so they can be on their own? I won't say why, but obviously why. We know why they want to be on their own. That means we could do one Wednesday.
Well,
but I mean that's understandable.
Yeah, they've not seen each other for 9 months, so. But we will be maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere around then. We will be there. I don't think Levy trusted Ange in the end, but Levy really looks like he likes Frank. Yeah, well, back him. Get your Dinas out.
Hard call by Levy, wasn't it? Because Ange winning that trophy after 41 years and then 17 years for a domestic trophy. I mean, it was such a massive call. I think when you look back now, it's the right call. But hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? But it was what a call he made there. It was.
Yeah.
It could have really backfired on him.
I did have a feeling that Frank was made to manage Spurs, to be fair. So that's all good. Was that also why he got sacked? Also why he got sacked, asking for proven players. This is why Levy needs to learn from his mistakes. Can't wait to see there, Kate, one of the most liked people that go on the football terrace. Need to get Jimbo there with you, become a power couple. I don't know how Jimbo would last on there because he'd just be like, Spurs are going to beat him. Yeah, he's been on there for the match reaction, but he's so super positive. I think they'd rip him to shreds.
No one can rip him to shreds, darling.
I can with my nails. Rah, rah.
Yeah, but I don't mind that.
But yeah, I do like this new format of the six-sided. So I shall be there at 5. Hopefully dropping the mic once again. Thomas Frank's mum gets 15. When are we doing the Friday show? That'll be on Friday. We always do. We're doing a Friday, every Friday, 12:30, predictions for the Premier League weekend with Jess from JSY Talks Football and Chang from Spurs Diehards. So we'll be back 100%. But we will do a show sometime this week, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll see what news comes up, Jimbo?
Yeah, but I think they're going to be. I mean, they're booked in somewhere, isn't they, for Wednesday? So I think that.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I don't know what time they can check in, but I should think they're going to go as soon as possible.
Yeah. So Wednesday's probably a good one. So we'll do Wednesday, unless there's anything breaks tomorrow. And then we'll be on. 9 more likes to go till we hit 100 likes. Come on, guys. I would give out some free memberships, but I haven't got any to give out. But I promise I will do next time. We're sat on 91 likes. I always forget to tell people to turn on the notifications bell. I normally forget to tell people to like the channel, actually. But there we go. 92 likes. 8 more to go. Jim, anything you want to say before the stream comes to an end?
No. I just thanks everyone for coming in and people watching on social media. Really appreciate it. I don't really look at the likes and subscribes. I just look at the people that are in, and I love the people that come in here because they're all respectful to each other, to us. So that's what matters to me. Good football chat. Have a laugh.
Thank you to the 14 new subscribers today as well. We are now 28 away from 2,300, which is amazing. Massive thank you again to Sava, because helping the little channels like us for bringing people in is invaluable. Also, massive thanks to the mods in the chat as well, who have been drumming up the likes and subscribers for us as well. We will be back on Wednesday. Enjoy the game tonight. I mean, Jimbo, just quickly, what's your score prediction for Newcastle Liverpool? I don't know what you predicted before, but let's hear what it is tonight.
It's at Newcastle, is it, or at Liverpool?
It's at Newcastle. Is it at Newcastle? Bloody, I forgot. Monday. It is at Newcastle. Yeah.
You're right. Cheers, Paul. Look, I think I said 3-1 to Liverpool because that's what's in my head. Yeah, Sava don't help little channels, remember?
Yeah, big up, Sava. What did you say, 3-1 to Liverpool?
I think I said 3-1, Kate, if I remember right. I just think that they're going to be very hard to beat this year, Liverpool. But there's going to be a little bit of needle there, isn't there? Because of and it's at Newcastle, so I could be wrong there. But look, I'll stick with my 3-1 to Liverpool. But I think Newcastle are going to be up for this, because they're trying to get Isak. They've turned his head, and they're going to want to prove to Isak that Newcastle's the place to be. So I'm looking forward to this game. Really am looking forward to it. But I was looking forward to the Arsenal and Leeds. I thought Leeds would give them a real good fight, but I was wrong. So I'll probably be wrong again tonight.
I do think
3-1. I'm not going to flip flop.
I do think it will be a really. It was a blah 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 blah. It was an off day for Leeds. I think Leeds can do better than that, but they caught them on an off day. But
let's be fair. Let's be fair. They're going to be a really good team this year, Arsenal.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll win the league. I don't think they'll ever win it while they got Arteta. But they're going to be up there, that's for sure.
See, I've gone for a draw. I've gone the same as Finn, 2-2. But at the same time, I kind of feel like there could be a red card. Like someone just said, I predict a GBH charge for Joe Linton, in which case, obviously, you'd expect Liverpool to win. But I'm going to stick with what I said. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw tonight. It should be a really, really good match. So enjoy the game. I put 2-1 Liverpool on this, pondering changing to 3-1 on Jose's Predictor League. Smash the like button on your way out, please, chat. 4-4. God, that will be a good game to watch.
That'd be a good game. I hope you're right.
3-2 late winner, Bruno Guimaraes dagger. Just telling Bruno, just quickly, how poor was that penalty from Bruno Fernandes yesterday?
I don't know. I mean, he don't look happy.
No, he doesn't. But he was offered £100 million move, but he didn't want to go to Saudi.
Yeah, but it's still on. That's what I read this morning, that he can still go. But he didn't look happy at the end of last season. He doesn't look happy at the beginning of this season.
Yeah.
So
they won't play Isak in case he got injured, because I think that move will be happening in the not too distant future.
He's not training with the first team.
No.
He's training on his own.
I know. Thank you so much to everyone who's watched today. We're actually 2 away, according to me, from 100. So Anthony, 10 out of 10 for effort. Amazing effort. Try and get us to 100 likes. Massive thank you to the 40 that have watched on X as well. If you do come onto YouTube, please do subscribe over at Kate and Jimbo. Thank you to everyone who's been in the chat, asking questions, keeping the chat going. I missed this super chat from Freddie JD. Big up to you. I'm so sorry. I don't know when that came in, but it says prefer Judas to leave you at the minute as chairman. Embarrassing. I don't know if I can agree with that. Judas. I don't want him anywhere near my club, but I've got to say, Freddie, you've got a most beautiful doggy there. Beautiful golden lab. So thank you for your super chat, and thank you also to Paul G for being a member for 17 months. Bruno always looks like that, Jimbo.
He does look miserable, doesn't he? He don't look don't look happy at all when he plays football.
Big up Wayne. I hope I said that right. We've reached 100 likes. Massive thank you, Anthony, for pushing that out there. You legend. Chris Amadeus says, I predict Spurs will finish higher in the league than Arsenal. Wow. That is one hell of a prediction. 100 words.
I said that when I thought we was getting Eze, but I'm going to stick to it. I'm not going to backtrack.
Yeah, it frightens me that we watched Arsenal play that like that and win 5-0, and they've still got Eze to come in. But I still am having Liverpool as my title winners this season. You can't be invincible because Thomas Frank's going to spank you. Thomas Frank with the spank. But look, I do. Liverpool are well capable of winning anything at the moment. They look very good. So, listen, thank you again to everyone watching. Enjoy your day. Jimbo, finish the show as only you can.
Well, another good game the weekend. Looks like our train's rolling on, steaming on. I think it's Bournemouth next, and then West Ham. For me, it's going to be 12 points out of 4 games. Get behind the lads. Let's not knock any of them. Let's get behind them because the quad is still on. Remember, the quad is on. Come on, you fucking Spurs.
Giving opinions with no regret, smashing the top bins like in the Onion net. Talking the talk with Kate and Jim and walking the walk, just listen in. perfect match. Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mix and transfer news, it's what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jimbo always keeps a positive spin, while Kate's Mickey has a name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like Lenny stop robbing, or she's just flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match.